evening, everyone. Welcome back to Fox 23 News. I'm Nicole Menner. The Mississippi State football team is looking to build off a 9-win campaign that brought along a bowl victory as they took their turn at SEC Media Days in Atlanta this morning. Much of the talk has been the transition of the program under new head coach Joe Moorhead and the system that he's installed, which quarterback Nick Fitzgerald spoke about today.
Watching Penn State's film, he does like a lot of unique things, a lot of different motions, two quarterbacks in the game at the same time, and then kind of just his concepts, throwing the ball downfield and how we read them are pretty different from what I'm used to.
You're inheriting a group of guys who had been with a certain coach for an extended period of time, and you're bringing in a new staff, new ideas, a new culture, new schemes, and certainly trying to earn the players' respect, because I don't think that's something that could be given. I think it's something that needs to be earned. And I think as the days progress since the time we've been there until now, that the players are really embracing our idea.
You're going to get a little bit more yelling and screaming with Coach Mullen and his staff than we do now. Coach Moorhead's not exactly the yeller. I think Moorhead as a coach, extremely talented, very football smart, X's and O's guys.
The New Orleans Saints have added another veteran to their backfield by signing running back Shane Vereen. The Saints also signed Terrence West last month as temporary replacements for Mark Ingram, who's suspended for the first 4 games of this season. The 29-year-old Vereen was a second-round pick by the Patriots in 2011 and has scored 19 touchdowns in his career. One of the most highly anticipated moves of the summer has officially gone down in the NBA. The San Antonio Spurs have agreed to send Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors. The deal also sends Danny Green, and in return, the Spurs will get DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a protected 2019 first-round pick. Leonard has expressed his desire to play in LA once he hits free agency in 2019, so the Raptors taking a bit of a gamble on him unless they can convince him to sign a long-term deal next season. As for DeRozan, he's played in Toronto for 9 years and led his team to the NBA playoffs in 5 straight seasons. And if you look at his Instagram story, you can see how he feels about leaving Toronto. The 89th All-Star Game took place last night in America's capital, and with stacked lineups, it was the Home Run Derby 2.0. And what would end up being a record-breaking night for baseball, the teams combined for 10 home runs through 10 innings of play. Mark, this one's for you. All rise. Last year's Home Run Derby champ, Aaron Judge, opening it up for the AL, taking Max Scherzer deep up next. One of baseball's greats, Mike Trout, hitting one off Jacob deGrom. Wilson Contreras and Trevor Story adding solo shots to tie it at 2, helping out the NL. And the best of all, top of the 8th, and Jean Segura gets this crowd hyped up, crushing a 3-run home run to put the AL back on top. And keep in mind, he was only in this game because he won the final vote contest. But Scooter Gennett hitting a game-tying home run in the 9th inning. If you lost track, that was home run number 8. So bring on extra innings, top of the 10th, and it's the defending world champs, the Houston Astros, taking care of business. Alex Bregman, George Springer hitting back-to-back home runs as the American League went on to win it 8-6. And Orioles shortstop Manny Machado heading to the West Coast. The deal is official. The Dodgers sending Machado to LA in return for a package of 5 prospects, including outfield prospect Yusniel Diaz. Reports were starting to come in last night during the All-Star Game that he'd be heading to LA, but that was put to a halt this afternoon regarding the physical of one of those prospects. So the 26-year-old hitting .315 on the year, 24 home runs, 65 RBIs in return. Diaz is hitting .314 with 6 home runs, 30 RBIs at the Double-A level, and he actually hit 2 home runs in the Futures game on Sunday. So a good deal there, I'd say.
Well, you like the deal because Baltimore is not going to pay Manny. It's a smaller market.
And
they're not going to pay Manny.
Interesting to see if Manny stays with the Dodgers.
I mean, and for how long? Yeah.
Well, aside from the Red Sox, the hated nation, no one has a bigger payroll than those 2 schools.
This guy is the
I'm
number
sure
1
you're
hater.
hoping that Machado goes to the Yankees next season, which seems to be what everyone thinks will
talking
happen.
about.
I hope he stays in LA. Stay out of the AL East.
We can absorb the money.